Well, good afternoon, everybody, and we're here on location at Craft Coral Gables, right on the heart of Giralda Plaza in the City Beautiful. I'm Mark Trowbridge from our Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce, and as always, I'm joined here by my sidekick, my buddy, the main man, Grant Miller. Grant Miller here!
I'm excited about today.
I know you're excited, and I know why you're excited.
Why?
Because I may have heard in a previous lifetime that you just ate a brownie.
Yeah, you think we're here for the pizza? The brownie is homemade in this kitchen.
Everything's homemade here. Look at that pizza oven.
I don't know.
The big red machine.
Let's see if that pizza's any good.
Now, I'm feeling a little out of control here because you're on the different side than we normally sit on.
Should we switch?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of nice.
I know it's kind of
Kind of feels like I'm with someone else.
But I like being on the right side a bit of my face.
You're familiar with that, right?
Yes.
You like variety.
Okay.
Now, stay with me here. First of all, let's say a huge Happy New Year to our Jewish brother and sisters out there, Lashana Tova. It's a wonderful Rosh Hashanah here in Coral Gables, and we're thinking about you. Always a great opportunity to celebrate a new year. We did that a week ago for the Chamber on September 1st, welcoming Anna Chowie as our new chair. Anna with Grove Bank and Trust, well, we just absolutely are thrilled for her. And she kicked off her chairmanship right here at Craft Coral Gables with a Wind Down Wednesday that we hosted here last Wednesday, September 1. And what's really great about that event, it's not just for our young professionals, but for all of our wonderful members. And we've been doing those events in person since back in December when Steve Bradley, who was here a little bit earlier, the dawn of Giralda Plaza, hosted us back in December. And
really?
It's hard to believe. Yeah, we did a small in-person event, 18 people right out front of his place. We played Gringo Bingo that night, had a blast, and here we are now. Wow, 8-9 months later, and still dealing with some challenges. But as I reminded all of you, our positivity rate is down to 9.75. Ladies and gentlemen, meet one of the Nicholases. He is Nicholas numero uno, only because his age is slightly older than his good business partner, Nicholas II. Now, first of all, that is gorgeous. This is the kind of pizza you love. Pepperoni pizza, right? What's your favorite topping?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. So first of all, made right in that beautiful pizza oven. Now, gents, tell us what is on the side here, this beautiful pink sauce. I've never seen that.
Come here.
Come on over.
Stand behind me, right between us.
Don't stand too close, you know, although he's been triple vaxxed.
Hey, can you bring me a plate? Okay.
All right.
Tell us.
Our production team is very busy just
beetroot
producing.
Louder. What is it?
Beetroot aioli. Beet aioli.
Like a beet.
Beet.
Beet. Like
Okay,
a
okay.
purple beet.
Okay.
Let me just try a little
In
like a...
Argentina, people don't eat the crust of the pizza, so
my God.
we started putting that. So they dip on it and they eat the crust.
Nicholas. There's some garlic in there, right?
Yeah.
It is phenomenal. I love the color too. All right, you're going to take the first bite. I like how you're the kind of guy that easy, just came out of the oven. I mean, I see that steam. All right, give us the verdict. Thank you, Nicholas. Turn around, everybody see you two. These two guys are gorgeous, and here they are. Either come for the pizza or come for the guys. This is the place.
Barstool. I know you rate your pizzas. And Coral Gables. In Coral Gables, you're a 9.2.
He alrea's been here?
No.
Oh.
I'm Barstool.
You're a bar stool. You're more like a small rocking chair. Is that a thing? Can we get that? Can someone check that domain? Now, I want to ask these guys, where did you guys learn to make pizza? In Argentina? And they're from a small town, about 800 kilometers? 800 miles. I was trying to do metric, and I don't know anything. 800 miles from Buenos Aires. North. All right.
Well, all right. Tell me how the sauce
I'm going to do it with and without. I'm going to do like you did. Twist it up here. Mm. Mm. First of all, it's amazing. And that crust is so crispy.
Mm.
Now, you and I are having water, but this is probably amazing with a beer. Mm.
No.
Look at the color.
In Coral Gables, Grant Miller, who doesn't sit
Beet
on a bar
aioli.
stool, 9.2. But what is this?
I told you, it's the beet aioli. It's got an amazing garlic base to it. That's the way to do it, right? Put it right on the pizza.
Yeah, wherever you want.
Howard.
Amazing.
Okay. So now, pizza's 9.2. Brownie, I rated the brownie out of 10. It's a 22. He tried to put it on a plate for me. I said, no plate. No. Okay, so what do you do Labor Day? You worked out?
So, Monday's always like, set me on my path for the week. I try to work out 3 or 4 days a week. If I work out 4 days a week, I earn myself a massage. Jimmy gives me a great deep tissue massage.
Where?
At Lifetime. So I literally take my shower after my workout. I walk down this long hallway into the spa, totally seamless, go right into my treatment room. He uses extreme pressure on me because I want to get everything that's kind of like knotted up in my legs and in my back work completely out. I would say if I'm a little sore from squats or a workout, and he gives me my massage, I would say within 4 hours, any of the pain, discomfort, or soreness that I had is completely gone. Thank you, Jimmy. So I started last week, or yesterday. Monday's always a cycling class. So, it's usually me and like a dozen women in the spin class. But yesterday, because we were doing an amp ride, which is a little bit later in the day, a little bit more aggressive, using band work and in and out of the saddle. There are probably a half a dozen dudes there.
This is just 6 weeks, right?
This is week 5.
Mark, I can see a complete difference.
Week 5. So
Morgan, what
I've been working out 3-4 days a week. But listen, the hard part is that I still enjoy having a great pizza here at Kraft, and I just work out a little bit harder.
So I missed my workout today. I did walk 3 miles today.
Yeah.
But I had to go to an appointment this morning. So I show up to the appointment.
Okay.
And I called the person. I said, "Where are you?"
Uh-oh.
He says, "Grant, really appreciate you. You're only 24 hours early." I said, "I knew that. I'm sitting in the parking lot for the day." So I read my schedule wrong. So now I'm going to miss my workout tomorrow. I got to figure it out.
I would consider this a workout.
But eating pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so what else did you do Labor Day? Did you work at all? Because Chambers never closed.
Well, nothing's just ever closed. Just there's always something going on. So I went from there. I went down and I bought a couple of new shirts at the
Why did you buy new shirts?
Casual Male Big and
Why
Tall.
did you
Because
buy
my shirts are too big and I needed something a little smaller.
I just want you to know, did you throw away the fat shirts? You have to throw them away. Like right now.
I would say a lot of those clothes have been donated already. Some suits, some shirts. I would say what I have right now is just a little bit big, but I'm going to have to keep wearing those because I pay a lot to have those beautiful shirts made.
My skinny shirts, I don't throw away because when I'm fat like I am now, it's tight, so I have to lose weight. Like right now, I'll only eat 1 brownie and 2 slices of pizza, and I already had a hot dog and fries at Arbetter's, and then we were at...
Wait a minute. Did you take Howard?
Yes. And where else did we have... Where did we have
Howard,
breakfast?
did he pick up the tab?
Howard, where did we have breakfast? Where did we have breakfast? Lots and lots.
So you guys have already had 2 dates today?
3.
And I'm not even
Three.
getting a
This
text.
is a 3rd.
Not even a sniff.
We have Steve Bradley in the house.
Welcome back, Steve, from Clutch Burger. I called you in this take the Don of Coral Gables.
I like that
and
better.
Geraldo Plaza instead of the mayor or the emperor.
But I have to correct you. He's not the mayor. He's not the Don. He is the burger of state of Florida, Mr. Burger.
Best burger.
What did I say about it? Every day is a burger day at Clutch Burger. A picture of the 3 of us together. So romantic.
Do we have a picture like that?
Yes. It's just, Morgan, can you find it later? It's on my.
Of the 3 of us?
Yes. It's so romantic. Okay.
H20 video says, where is that?
What? Where's what?
Where we're at, I'm assuming.
We're at Kraft, Coral Gables, 127 Geraldo Plaza. So this is the pedestrian street right here in the 100 block of Geraldo, right off of Ponce de Leon, in between Galliano and Ponce.
If you get confused, cross from Clutch Burger.
And right across from Clutch Burger, absolutely. We're sort of catty corner.
So
I can see them out of the corner of my eye.
So what are we celebrating? 1 year in Alhambra? What's that?
So this Friday is technically the 1 year anniversary of us moving into our new space at
Isn't that
201
crazy? Remember
Alhambra.
we did a video there?
I remember that. And next Friday, the 17th, we're going to be hosting a little open house from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes. Virtual or live?
It's going to be live, so you can come by anytime. We just ask that you
And leave.
wear your mask and come and celebrate with us. If you haven't seen our new home, now's the perfect time to come and say hello. But it's hard to believe we have already been there for 1 year this Friday.
What's interesting about your location, in your building alone, how many trustees are in your building? 5, 10?
We've got a gem in Berkshire Hathaway EWM Home Services. We've got a trustee in SNGQ Law. We've got a couple of other business level members,
And across the
including
street?
Stephanie Demas and her husband. And across the street, we have a gem in Amarant. So, you know, we're back downtown, kind of where our roots were. We were in Coral Gables, obviously, all of these 96 years. But we've been in a number of different places. But the last 15, we were basically on Catalonia. And we moved last year in order to move back downtown to our roots.
People don't realize Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce office is also for tourists to go and find out more about Coral Gables.
We do have a welcome center there, so we invite you if you have questions about the Gables, if you're visiting. If you have visitors coming to town, then come pick up some materials. Everything from our membership directory to maps to collateral that we have provided by the GMCBB, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, about attractions and restaurants and all the things that you want to do, not only in Coral Gables, but in our surrounding communities. And we look forward to seeing that more actively engaged with the visitor community as COVID continues to subside. As I mentioned before, positivity rate is down from about 20% to about 9.75.
Steve, would you like to slice a pizza?
I feel like you want to reach in. Howard, what about you?
Dex doesn't.
I know, Howard, I know.
All right, turn.
Watching his girlish figure.
Reconnect. Let's talk about Reconnect.
Yeah, Reconnect was our first official event of the new chamber year last Wednesday. Our good buddy Elliot Durant from Pure Water was the speaker.
Where
Glad
was
to
it?
have
that,
him.
That was live?
He did it live, sure.
Virtual.
But he did his part live.
Yeah.
We had invited him to the office, but the last minute it was better for him to stay at his place. But we've had some speakers come and do it live. We're hoping to have the October breakfast, our Reconnect on the 6th, live and in person. It'll be somewhat, diminished capacity, but we'll be back at Morton's, and that's planned for October 6th. And then we have the Wind It Down Wednesday right here, as I mentioned, gratefully hosted by our friends Nicholas and Nicholas at Craft Coral Gables, and it was awesome. We had about 30 folks here kicking off the new year. We also celebrated Anna's birthday, which was the next day on the 2nd, and just lots of good things.
And you got some nice cupcakes. You got her.
We got a little something from over at Graziano's Market, and I'm sure that she enjoyed those with her family. They had back to school night, so she couldn't stay too long.
Her son is at Columbus High School.
He is. JC is I think a junior now. So.
All right, so.
These guys are entertaining themselves.
I know.
Our production team.
All right, let's go over Chamber 101 open house. When is this?
So that's next Friday. It's also National Parking Day. So we'll be engaging indoors and outdoors in 4 different parking spaces. That'll start at about 9 a.m. with the Chamber Engagement 101. And that falls under the good work of what our ambassadors do, led by Ken Smith, our membership committee, led by Nguyen Cabania, our vice chair of that division, Lauren Dowland, and of course our chair, Anna Chowie. So that'll be from 9 to 10, and then the open house will happen after that.
Your Wind Down Wednesday. Wind, W-I-N-D.
Wind.
Was.
Wind.
How many people were here?
About 30, 32 folks.
There are 30 new members.
A lot of new faces.
A lot of new faces. So it's impressive. The chamber is moving forward. And as soon as another couple more clicks down.
Listen, we had 84 new members join between July and August. We had 41 in July, 43 in August, and that's what it's going to take to really rebuild the chamber's membership profile. We lost a lot of members, obviously, during the 18 months of COVID, and we're still dealing with some of those challenges, but a lot of those folks are returning to the chamber, a lot of new faces. We've also got a lot of new businesses.
Young, 40 years old.
A lot of young folks, a lot of folks who I think have seen the programming that we do. So you see a lot of different faces and folks that just really want to get to know our business community, meet folks like Nicholas and Nicholas here at Craft Coral Gables. They're new to the community too, but they've been putting in a lot of hard work to get their restaurant open. hardest thing you can do is own and run a restaurant. I promise you, having grown up in that business, I know how hard it was for our family. Not a lot of nights, not a lot of weekends, not a lot of holidays, but a lot of joy as you see people spending their hard-earned money on a pastime that they love, which is going out, eating out, trying different food, meeting folks, and just taking a little bit of time away from the usual fray.
I have to tell you, there's a show we have every Tuesday called The Restaurant Dudes.
Yeah.
And today, the host is Steve Bradley.
Very
he
nice.
had Wendy's, Burger King, and McDonald's, and he blindfolded the people, and they had to guess what food it was.
What food it was? They
Yeah.
didn't know. They knew. Were they all hamburgers?
What restaurant?
Or which restaurant was
The
which?
smell.
I'd kick your ass in there. Just say. It's done. It's a deal.
Tell the smell.
Can you?
I have an
Hey,
unbelievably.
Steve, I don't know if you know
First of all, I have a nose like a bloodhound.
And
Second
love
of all,
about a hound dog. Wait,
do you know what sense is most tied to memory? Smell. And so growing up around Wendy's, and my brother worked at McDonald's, and then my dad worked at Burger King. Get ready. You might be able to confuse me if you throw in like a Checkers burger, but it's going to be the outlier. It's going to be the outlier. I'm in.
Okay, let's talk about your motto: refocus, realign, re-engage.
Yeah, this year's really about reunited. So we're using all the RE words. So reconnect, realign, refocus. All of those things are what your business should be doing now. I know that we had hoped for a more significant economic return by now and eradication of COVID. And we're still talking about it. We're talking about variants. We're talking about a new one even today called Mu. Mother Mu, I call it.
Wow.
MU.
Well,
You know, they use variant names based on the Greek alphabet. So Delta, and now you have Mu, MU.
okay.
All right. Is that too much?
It's too much for
Let me
me.
bring it down a notch.
Yeah.
Moo.
Oh, wait, goals conference coming up soon.
So we're working on a new date. It looks like we have a date. We're just trying to verify that with our folks at Doctors Hospital and Baptist Health, but it looks like it'll be that first Friday in November. So keep your fingers crossed.
We're at the Biltmore.
We will actually have to move. Unfortunately, the Biltmore, thankfully, is very busy and has all of their ballrooms taken for much of this entire fall.
Lucky
So
them.
we're looking at a space at the at the Hotel Colonnade, and right over here, about 2 blocks from where we
But you've
sit.
hosted a lot of events over in the past.
We've done luncheons there. We've done other types of events there. We've done our expo there for many years in the Rotunda. So I'm working with Erica and the team, but we'll be using that space. And listen, we're really appreciative that all of our sponsors have hung with us. And we'll hopefully be able to do the Women's Businesswoman of the Year lunch that day. We're working with Kim Eng and her team to make sure she's available on that Friday.
Who's Kim?
She is the GM of the Miami Marlins. And so keep your fingers crossed that everything will fall into place and that we continue to see the decline in hospitalizations and positive cases. Like I said, we're under 10% for the first time in several weeks.
Can we talk about the goals of the chamber memberships, trustees, and how many Morgan's going to sell this month?
Well, our goals are a little bit higher this year because we have a good feeling about where we've been over the last 4 to 5 months in terms of sales. Our sales in just the last 5 months have been over 150 new members. So when we typically bring in about 220 in a year, a non-COVID year, that gives you a trajectory that we could be at 290, 300 members. So we're looking to do that over the next 4 months, building on the momentum of the last quarter. And that means that every month we need to bring in about 27 new members. So about 15 business members, about 3 to 4 trustees, a couple corporate, 2 restaurants, 2 retail, a couple of associate members, about $23,000 in revenue. That's what our number is.
It's impressive that you're clicking away. Some chambers and other organizations are thinking about merging, doing less. You guys are moving fast and forward. It's impressive. You know, your goals conference got delayed. Is it sold out?
No, it was not sold out, but you know, we will probably have the luncheon sold out because that was pretty close to capacity anyway. It's about 150 folks.
It's exciting again. And these young new members, they're coming. I call it cocktail hour. And as soon as we merge them into the morning events, the afternoon events. It's going to be, the chamber is just moving forward. Your team has really done an outstanding job. How many do we need to sell again in September?
28 new members.
So
but the bulk of that are business members, $525 a month, a year, and that is about 15 of those.
So each board member, how many board members you got?
We have 39.
39. And Steve Bradley already made his commitment. He's going to sell. How many does he need to sell?
Steve does a lot for us.
Oh, wow.
But more than that, he champions the chamber every day.
He does. He wears.
Tells folks, got to join. We got to get Georgie to join. We got to march right over there.
So,
put him in a headlock.
When I saw Steve earlier, he rips his shirt off, and there's a big C. And I said, is that for Klutzberger? He goes, no, Cora Gable's chamber.
Very nice.
So thank you, Steve Bradley.
We spend a lot of time with men with their shirts off. More than I do.
That's impossible. Okay, so what else is cooking? Oh, social media is coming along. Instagram coming along slowly but surely, correct?
Yeah, for us, that's a real journey. What we do is we don't buy any lists. We don't do anything but have it grow organically. So, we did a couple of promotions in the summer. We'll probably do a couple here in the fall, especially with those who have a lot of followers. It's great to align our brands with them. September is also Small Business Month. And so we'll be celebrating September 13th, 14th, and 15th, and working with the SBA and other partners on national small business. Coral Gables is made up of small businesses. We're sitting in one here today. We're talking about one when we talk about Steve. I would say and dare say that you're a family business, but you started out as a small business.
Yeah, we're still a small business. We got to work every day to make it happen. Did you mention today is National Beer Lovers Day?
I did not mention that, but how appropriate. Yeah, what are you having there, Stevie? Very nice. So today's a day to come, order yourself a pizza, grab a cold beer, and celebrate National Beer Lovers Day. Do you have a favorite beer? You seem like you might bloat from a beer.
First of all, you have pizza here. If you don't like pizza, you go to burgers. You don't like burgers, come pizza. No, I don't drink beer.
No.
I'm a boring guy. I don't drink.
I don't think you're boring at all.
Oh, wow. Flattery will get you everywhere. Flattery will get you everywhere. I'm blushing. Okay, so let's talk about some highlights. Anything great highlights? What about hurricane protection? What's the story about them? A&M.
About who?
It was that Morgan's list to do.
These are some of our, I guess,
to-do
new
list?
members. Yeah. These are some of the new members that
Yeah, I'd like
joined
to
in
hear,
August.
yes.
Like I said, we had 43 new members. So she gave you a little bit of a skill set. Our latest and last trustee of the month that came in was Infinity of Coral Gables. They're having a promo event this Thursday. So thanks, Alex, for the invite.
Where's the promo?
It's going to be at their
I wasn't
at their
invited.
showroom. You want to go?
What
is
is
this your
it?
way of inviting yourself?
What is it?
I never get a chance to invite you to anything.
What,
You
Howard,
invite
I never get
yourself.
invited to anything. What is it? Is that food?
I think they're showcasing a new vehicle.
Oh, I probably drove it already.
Probably.
So, thank you. Who's the GM?
Alex, and so he's who we've been working on, Alexander, and so looking forward to connecting more with him. And thanks for your confidence in us. We had 5 new trustees that joined in the entire month, and so I think what Morgan gave you there were those that just joined in the last week, right? Yeah,
Wow, it's
just in 3 days.
Again, for everybody out there, Chamber has a bunch of new members, a bunch of young members. It's a sign.
Yeah, I think, we spent last year doing a couple of things. You mentioned it in terms of our programming. We didn't just roll over and, go into the fetal position. We said, what can we pivot? What can we do meaningfully in the virtual space? What can we do safely in the in-person space? And how can we ramp up our member benefits in the virtual space? And I think we did that as well as anybody, maybe better than some. We were inspired by many, but our members really were the ones that were driving us because they said, we're going to stick with you, but don't leave us behind either. And that's a two-way street, a symbiotic relationship. I'm proud of our creative programming. We're still doing some of it, as you might imagine. We'll have 3 or 4 in-person events in the next probably month or so. We talked a little bit about, the Wind Down Wednesday. We talked a little bit about what we're going to do with the breakfast. Next month's Reconnect and Wind Down Wednesday. We'll be at Morton's and Suka, respectively. But what's really great is that folks have hung with us. And I was talking with some of our team earlier today. We really got to honor those who said, no matter what, I'm here for you. I'm going to be on a panel next week with the U.S. Chamber. They invited 2 chamber presidents in all of the United States to be part of this. They invited our chamber, and the Greater Memphis Chamber. And so I'm going to be on there with my colleague Beverly and really talking for a few minutes a little bit about how our chamber branded ourselves as being essential. You know what's cool about it is our members notice, but others notice, like Tom Sullivan and the Small Business Council at the U.S. Chamber saw what we did, and so they're going to highlight our group. It isn't an individual effort, it's a team effort. So whether it's our team, the board, our members, our community, all of us have been able to put our arms around success and embrace that.
For people that aren't members of the chamber or business groups, if you join and don't get involved, don't go, don't join. When you join Coral Gables Chamber, you need to get involved. You got to be in contact with, you got to be working the community. Just don't join and think all this business is going to come to you. What you put in is what you're going to get out. Am I correct?
No, there's certainly an expectation that you're going to utilize the membership. I mean, if you spend $525 a year, or if you spend $29.50, or if you spend $250, we want you to use that membership to its fullest. So that means showing up, whether that's in a Zoom or that's coming to a Wind Down Wednesday like here at Craft Coral Gables, or reaching out or connecting or reposting on social media, sharing, sending us your information so that we can share that. One of the reasons I think we've seen growth in our social media is that we're not just telling you what's going on Instagram at the Chamber, we're telling you what's going on in each of our businesses. We're telling you what's going on in Coral Gables. I think for us, we're at a size where that nimbleness is very authentic and very natural. Now, that doesn't mean we can rest on our laurels, nor does it mean we want members who just join and we'll see you in a year. We want to see you. We want to hang out with you. We want to get to know you. We want to know your story.
Getting to know you.
Getting to know all about you.
Okay, sorry.
Why is Howard giving us the countdown?
Hang
He doesn't
on.
want to hear us sing, huh?
Okay, here's something that's interesting. When you go to a Coral Gables Chamber event and you want to meet somebody and you don't know how to go up and see them, ask Mark, ask Erica, ask anybody there.
Ask you. You're at a lot of them. You're not shy about going up to people.
And I'm at the door, usually standing around, not eating, probably eating, but not sitting. But if you want to meet somebody, this is how you do it. You go up to somebody and say, can you introduce me to that person? Because if you're shy, this is how you get over it. You got to meet people, got to introduce yourself, and you got to know everything about your business. You know, and for women, do not have your business card deep in your purse. And for a gentleman, don't have your business card in your wallet. Have them available so when you meet somebody, here's my business card, or I don't know, the young guys, women or men, they put their phones together and they send their, what's that called, Howard? Airdrop, yeah.
I had no idea what your hands were doing.
Oh, so.
I thought of something completely different.
Okay. A BlackBerry.
My BlackBerry does not airdrop.
Okay.
I mean, it drops, but it hits the ground and it kind of.
But again, this is the time to get involved with your chamber, your business. Like Mark says, if not Coral Gables Chamber, join some chamber, get involved with your community. Dade County is rocking and rolling right now. Am I correct, Mark?
I think we're seeing great signs of life. This Thursday, we're hosting with Mayor Levine Cava a deep dive into the county budget process. First time our chamber and local chambers have done that, and you'll have access to the mayor and the budget director to say, where are the dollars that I'm spending in terms of county services, programs? Ask about programs for small businesses, mom and pop grants. Those used to be the norm. They have gone by the wayside as budgets have gotten tighter. But I told the mayor, and let me tell you something, this tells you where we are. Her team reached out to our chamber and said, do you think the chambers would want to do this? I got 13 chambers within the next day to join.
That's virtual, right?
It's all virtual on Zoom. The mayor, of course, we're very sad to report, lost her father over the weekend, Paul Levine. So we put out our prayers to her family, obviously a difficult time. And of course, right here at the high holidays of Rosh Hashanah. But you know, the mayor wrote a beautiful tribute to Paul, saying what a great life he lived and what an inspiration he was. And most importantly, he lived to see her become the first woman as the county mayor of Miami-Dade County. And if you don't think we're not breaking through glass ceilings of all types, we're proud to have a woman leading our chamber. We've had quite a few women over the years, but not one in the last 4 years. So I think what you're seeing is a continued desire for people to serve at the highest level. It's all volunteer, by the way. Maybe not the county mayor job, but she probably feels like sometimes she's signed up and volunteering for the hours she puts in. She's everywhere.
She is everywhere. Some days I've seen her all the way from on Saturday in Goulds to 3 hours later in Miami Gardens. She's working the community to make Miami-Dade County a better place.
And let me tell you something, we're going to spend some time with our mayor, Vince Lago, on the 23rd with our State of the City Beautiful address. And I would say he has taken a page out of that playbook too, being very present, very focused on what's happening with the businesses. We don't always get to the same way, but we always end up at the same destination working collaboratively. And so I appreciate the mayor's leadership. And we're working on a couple of projects right now for our small businesses and for our community. Listen, look outside. This project that happened here that was so difficult on the businesses, many who are not here today, when this street first had a major construction project around drainage that then turned into the streetscape project and then turned into this pedestrian walkway, which just got approved for another couple of years being pedestrian, is the livelihood and the lifeblood of, I think, our Coral Gables business community.
A question, does Mayor Lago have to speak to Mayor Steve about this?
I'm sure they collaborate on many things, but I know when Vince was Commissioner Lago, and he worked a lot with Steve on feeding our first responders. They were doing a program almost every day, taking collections and feeding frontline hospital workers, our firefighters, our police officers. I mean, what a great way to say thank you. And I saw it time and time again. Saw it up at Champlain Towers. I think really honor those doing the heavy lifting. And listen, one of the things I'll tell the folks at the Chamber meeting this week is that chambers were essential businesses too, because we saw our members as essential. And so we didn't take a day off and close. Even if we were inside that bubble, we were always accessible, programming, and we were there every single day, even through our ups and downs with COVID and our own exposure. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate those that have stuck with us. I love celebrating new businesses when you would think this is how people wouldn't be investing and opening a new business. Right here at Craft Coral Gables, Nicholas said, you know what, it's been crazy, but we're going to open our business now. And this is a beautiful one. It's probably one of the longest fronts, maybe other than Rice, maybe they're similar, on Giralda Plaza. So you can come in, see in, great outdoor seating. So if you're not quite ready to be inside, you can sit outside and enjoy the weather. It's actually been pretty great. A little bit of rain over the holidays. For the most part, it hasn't been overly oppressive. I was here in a jacket. I don't usually do that in September. But maybe that disruption is keeping those dreaded hurricanes away.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, your son went up to the Hurricanes game, right?
Yes.
How was he feeling when you picked him up? There was some wound licking.
No, the plane was 5 hours late. So
well, besides that.
Yeah, I mean, the plane kept getting delayed. People, you just go for the game
Holy
of
Spirit.
it. You go away games, like you go to a Florida game, you go because the whole cheerleading thing, the whole thing. It's exciting.
Yeah, you go for the excitement. I mean, 86,000 people were at the Swamp this weekend. That's a pretty big crowd.
Ron DeSantis, these people love Ron DeSantis.
I think he definitely called for that. But I saw it on the Today Show this morning when they were specifically talking about weekend potential super spreader events. They showed the University of Florida game along with the Texas A&M game, which also had a full house. And she was pretty full as well.
Yeah.
But,
so it's
nobody wanted to mention that.
It's about to wrap it up. It's time to go.
Wrap it up with a little bow on it. So here we are, Craft Coral Gables. Come on out, 127 Giralda Plaza, right here in the heart of the city beautiful. Come meet Nicholas and Nicholas. First of all, great pizza, great beer, and apparently
And what else?
a I-4 brownie. But most importantly, come celebrate two gentlemen who had an idea, brought that idea here to Miami, to Coral Gables, opened their business at a time of great challenge, and are here. They're on premise. So right over my shoulder here, I see Nicholas II, the future of Craft Coral Gables. They've got great beer. It's National Beer Lovers Day, so come have a cold one. If you're thinking about what to do tonight, well, why don't you start with Craft Coral Gables? And as always, thanks for supporting our chamber. We love our members. We work every day on your behalf, even on holidays. So yesterday I was in the office just thinking about what can we be doing in September that's different, that makes you feel different, that helps you think about your business is recovering. Here for us, but for many of you heading into Q4, it has a big impact on how your business ends for the year. And don't forget, on September 30th, the minimum wage changes from $8.56 to $10. So factor that into what you're doing too. Your team is excited about that, Grant. You're finally going to pay them a living wage.
Barely.
Howard just gets paid by hot dogs and pizza.
And a hamburger today.
Well, can't say that I'm all that different. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for always supporting what we do at our chamber and supporting our friends at Miami's community newspapers. Make it a great day, and come check out Craft Coral Gables.